All right, everybody. So this is for setting up your online portfolio. So I'm going to show you how to kind of the structure of the website that I'm going to have you guys do, and also the steps to actually create your website. So again, remember, this is after you have created your own email account. You can't use your district email. You've got to use your own Gmail account. Again, I'm looking for a professional sounding email address, probably something to do with like your first initial, last name, maybe a couple of numbers. If you're like 5,676 in your name, then you probably want to, play around with it a little bit. But it should be professional sounding. It shouldn't be, like prettiest person in the world at gmail.com. Like that's not going to cut it. We want professional sounding emails so that when you send out your resume and people contact you, you sound legitimate. So first thing you're going to do is I would like you to pay attention to the structure of what we have here. This is going to be the general structure. This is just a stock image. You don't have to use the image that I used. In fact, this is kind of a boring image, but whatever. It just needs to be clear. Like this needs to be clear up here. Like this is Valley High School Engineering Portfolio. There should be pages embedded within it. So these are links. There's each one, and there's an About Me. There's IED Year 1. POE Year 2, CIM Year 3, and ED Year 4. So these are all the different years associated with your site. So yeah, let's get started with it. So once you're logged into your Google Drive account, you got to go to drive.google.com, and then we are actually going to start a new web page. So we're going to go More, and then Google Site, and now we are in our web page. So we are going to start it off by doing VHS engineering. Whoop. Uh-oh, I don't like that. Let's try closing the other ones. Ew. Okay, so let's try this one more time. More Google Sites. Okay, there we go. So we're going to go VHS engineering portfolio. All right, so let's make sure everything's spelled correctly. If it wasn't, I would right-click on that red line and make sure it's done correctly. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some boxes down here. I'm going to just drag this over to get us started. It gives us 4 areas to work with. You could upload an image there, or if you don't want to put an image there, I didn't put an image there, you can just trash the image part of it, and then you can click on your text. And so on this one, I'm going to put in IED, and this is Year 1. All right. And then below that, you are going to add another text box that says introduction to engineering design. So that's what IED stands for. So we want to make sure people know when they're clicking on IED that these two are talking about the class you took. That's the title of the class. So I'm going to just put this in parentheses underneath just so it's clear. Okay, so this is one step. And then we would do that again for Principles of Engineering. Remember, you want to make it look like the original site that I had up there. You could always rewind the video until that site, to put that in. Okay, so then you're going to do POE, and this is going to be Year 2. All right, and then I'm going to delete this because I want to keep mine clean. I don't want to put any images in there on mine. Just want to keep it really clean. And this is CIM, and this is Year 3. And then our last but not least EDD, and that is year 4. Okay. And then each one you're going to do your text box underneath, and that is principles of engineering. Okay, so I'm not going to type any more of the headers in there because you can always rewind that video, rewind the video to see what the titles are. I'd like to see things centered on them. So you notice how if I click off of this, the Intro to Engineering Design is centered under IED Year 1, and then Principles of Engineering is not. Well, if you click on Principles of Engineering, and then you click here, you can center that. So it's actually centered underneath it, okay? So now we're ready to actually add some other pages. We are going to add one other text box in here, and this is going to be the About Me page. And this is where you're actually going to put your contact information. I won't do that in this video. We're going to be very restrictive on what contact information you actually put in there, just because you guys are under 18 and we don't want you posting that yet. So we'll be very restrictive on like what we put in there, but we can put some About Me stuff in there. You notice how I'm not putting your name on it yet. We don't want to put quite your name on it yet, but we can definitely get the information in there that we need so that I can at least recognize who you are. And then, yeah. So after that, you are going to start creating some pages. So we are ready to create our pages. So down at the bottom, you see this little plus, right? We see a new page. And the first page that we're going to do is IED. And this is going to be year 1. Okay, and we're going to do done. Okay, so we have IED Year 1, and then our home page, right? So let's go back to our home page. Okay. There it is. Go back to our home page, and now we're actually ready to start linking things here. So we can highlight that whole thing. Make sure you highlight it, otherwise it kind of makes it wonky. We're going to link it to IED Year 1. We hit apply. So now when somebody clicks on IED Year 1 in our web page, it's going to take them to the IED page. And we also want to do that on the title below. And this just makes it clean so people aren't frustrated with, they don't get frustrated with, oh, I'm clicking on an Intro to Engineering Design, it's not taking me anywhere. So it's best just to link it so that in case someone does go to that page, you can, or go try to click on it, it's linked and it goes to the same page. So it's just makes it a little more user friendly. And then you're going to do that same thing for all the other pages. So you have 4 pages here. Okay, and we're going to name the next one POE. This is year 2. All right. And we're going to hit new page. And there's my POE year 2 page. We're going to go home. All right, and so you see how these are linked. We're going to link POE again. We're going to link that to the POE page, Principles of Engineering, and then we're also going to do that on the bottom one. Okay, and you're going to do that for CIM. You're going to create a CIM page, and that's Computer Integrated Manufacturing. Again, go back to the beginning of the video. I don't want to type it out and make you wait for me to type it out. That seems silly to me. And then you're going to make an About Me page. We're not going to put anything in the About Me page yet. That's going to be a little bit later assignment. And then as you go through the pathway, you will fill in IED, you'll fill in POE, you'll fill in CIM. And you know, this really works for any site that you're going to create. Like if there's another website that you want to make, you can always do that using these directions. This is just kind of a quick and easy way to get you started. Okay, so for my IED students, you guys are going to go into IED Year 1, and you are going to post something in here, and you're going to post something from your Drive account, and that is going to be your most recent exercise that you guys did, which was the, where was it? Let's go share with me. should be, well, it might be on my other account, which is fine. So let's go 1.6. Ah, there it is. Okay, so we're going to post that paper bridge assignment right there. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. This, you have that PowerPoint already made, or the Google slide already made. And when you look at your website now in IED, so let's just click change the view, that PowerPoint is already posted in there, and somebody can hit play and see the process that you and your team went through for your design process in that assignment. So you can see that the assignment's a little bit boring, but I think the nice thing about this is as you update that PowerPoint and make it prettier, you'll be able to it'll upload to this automatically. You won't have to relink it. It'll change this automatically, and it'll look a lot nicer in there. So the last thing that you're going to do in this site is you are going to have to upload your PowerPoint, your 1.6 IED Design Challenge, and then you're going to share the link with me. Okay, so once you're done with that, don't share it with me. You're going to turn it in by, let's see, I think you can share it, and yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to get you the. I'll make sure I put explicit directions on how to share it with me. I don't really want it shared. How to turn it in through Google Classroom. So I think there's a way that we can just put the links in there. So that seems pretty straightforward to me. Again, make sure that when you do create your site, that it ends up having these categories. Okay, so I need it to have these categories on the front page. It doesn't have to be in this order. You can stack them any way that you want, as long as they look clean like this. And everything should be linked to the correct pages. So you should have this full list of pages on the right-hand side, and you should see the website up here. I'd like to see an image in there. Again, you don't have to use this image. I'd like to see, something that reflects your personality, and then when we get to the About Me page, the About Me assignment, then I'll have you guys either watch another video or come back in and edit this site. So don't make it live yet. You don't need to make it live. But what you do need to do, I know I'm going to have you turn it in. You're going to take a clip of your homepage. You're going to take, you'll take a snip of your homepage. So if you don't know how to take a snip, I can post some directions on how to take a snip. But it's pretty easy. What I want to see a snip of is the front page of your site. I'll be able to tell that you've linked it correctly because you have links down here. You'll see it underlined. If they're not underlined, then I know they're not linked. Like my POE is not linked, my EDD is not linked, my IED is linked. So this would be done correctly. I want to see that done on all of the pages. So all 6 pages. And then I want to see a clip. So in your snip, you're going to take a picture of this right here. So sorry for that little confusion, but I did just figure it out on the fly that I wanted you to turn it in with a snip. So make sure you take a snip of your home page, including all of the pages over here, and then you guys are done. So have a great time making your website. Be creative. Make sure it's a reflection of yourself because it is. So thank you for your time.